Freshly rested as we are, this battle ought to be in our favour.
The Arisen has been drenched!
The Arisen is the lawful ruler of vermin. So it has always been. To claim the title is to claim the throne. Yet, not all claims are true. Our kingdom sees many pretenders, and they are not dealt with lightly. I best hope you're not one of them. Regardless, you would do well not to invite my mistrust on our journey.
I did my best to match your skill, Master.
I felt certain I would find you here, Arisen. And it seems I was right. Please dispense with the formalities. What is that? A tower? Nay, a statue?
We ought to take a closer look. Is there nothing we can do about this obstacle? If a ranged attack is needed, you can count upon my aim. Might I be of assistance?
Hold here a moment. I shall bid them open the gate.
Who's that you've brought with you, Watchhead, sir?
An Arisen, by all appearances.
An Arisen? Another pretender, you mean? I see the Sovereign's ascension has done little to stop such charlatans from plying their trade.
'Tis uncertain. This one commands the loyalty of the pawns.
What? Impossible. You know as well as I do that there can be but one Arisen, and he's up in the palace.
I'm well aware of how preposterous the idea is, thank you. If the claim is false, we will be rewarded handsomely for our trouble. If the claim is true, however, who can say? All's been arranged. Come, let us pass through the gate.
My curative magics are at your disposal. Wait a moment.
An ox cart was meant to meet us, yet 'tis nowhere in sight. Aught may have before.
A fine place to harvest some ingredients.
Master, 'twould be prudent to rid yourself of any excess items.
Perhaps 'tis time we return to our base of operations and deposited some of our finds.
Is everyone all right? More marks of the dragon's fury. Its rampage.
No sense letting the enemy gain the upper hand. The early griffin gets the worm, as they say.
One might confidently call that a resounding victory.
No doubt this triumph will spur us into the next.
You're a welcome sight, Arisen. As ever, I'm your... Are you fit to travel?
Tis a glad thing we rested when we did.
Try not to get hit, lest all that vim go to waste.
That was a skillful bit of thievery. Do your vocation proud.
I dare say the cart shan't be traversing this. Onward! It might await us on the road ahead.
Your strength, Arisen! Tremendous work!
Let us try for the same result with our next attack. Master, I discovered a treasure chest hereabouts during my last journey beyond the rift. Shall I guide you to it?
There's aught to be found there.
Can you not see it? We ought to take a closer look.
What's this? We're trapped. A Cyclops! To think we'd encounter one here of all places.
Cyclops, Crane, be on your guard. Leave an opening. Focus your attacks.
The moment of victory is at hand. Let us finish this.
It's done. Thank you.
You have my gratitude, sir. You see my misjudgment. I had taken you for another Force Arisen. Goodness knows we see a lot of them. Yet the value you showed in coming to our aid has dispelled such thoughts. Here, take this, as a mark of my... Give it to one of the sentinels stationed at the gates to the capital, and you'll be granted an audience with Captain Brandt. You're free to make your own way to the capital now. I see... Of course, if you'd rather continue to accompany us, you are still welcome to join us on the ox cart. 'Tis your decision. Well now, the road's blocked. The cart can't get through like this. A powerful current ought to set this rock to crumbling, if we could summon one.
Look here. Walter is seeking through the cracks.
What are you doing? We've not been given leave to rest yet.
I'm well aware of that, thank you.
Ox carts make for relatively safer travel.
Ah, here's the cart now. Do you intend to join us? Very well. Board the ox cart and we'll be off.
Goblins! What rotten luck! We'd need of your aid again, sir.
enemy's weakness.
Nicely done! Impeccable!
Seems we drove them off. You've my thanks for aiding us. Vernworth isn't far from here. Will you join us the rest of the way? All right. Into the ox cart, then.
I was informed of your coming, would-be Arisen.
Captain Brandt, this individual summoned a pawn through a rift stone. Several witnesses can attest to it, though I admit I had my doubts at first. It would seem this is no mere deceiver.
This one's not a bad sort. Saved our hides on the way here.
As decreed by the great will of our world, there can only be one Arisen. That Arisen now resides within the palace. Indeed, he is our sovereign and the rightful ruler of Vermont. It follows, therefore, that this ruffian before us is naught but a pretender. You must submit to questioning. If you value your life, you will not attempt to flee. I shall conduct the interrogation myself. Stand watch outside. I beg your forgiveness for my insolence, Your Majesty. If the Queen Regent had learned of your existence, I fear your life would have been in peril. I had no choice but to treat you as a pretender, lest my actions draw suspicion from watchful eyes. Then you have truly lost your memory? In that case, mayhap I ought to explain the situation before we proceed. You, and no other, are the sovereign, the only legitimate ruler of this kingdom. Some days past, you confronted the dragon in the village of Melv, whereupon you became Arisen. The people rejoiced, for our true liege had finally appeared, and in Vermont's long years of council rule. Yet, not all celebrated your coming. Your arrival would have robbed the Queen Regent Disa of everything. During the time of the previous council, she acted as a queen in her own right, ruling the palace as she saw fit. And just after the consul's passing, when 'twas all but certain that her son would take his father's place, word reached the castle that the Arisen had been found. To Disa, your Majesty's very existence is naught but an obstacle to her own family's continued prosperity. The assassination of the Arisen is an impossible feat for mortal hands. Thus, Disa chose to abduct your Majesty while you recovered from your wounds, in order to rob you of your memory with a fell curse and sell you to Batal as a slave. Following that, she prepared a replacement to serve as the sovereign in your stead. A mere puppet. However, with your Majesty returned, I have no intention of twiddling my thumbs as Disa plays her games. I shall devise some plans to further our cause. Pray, visit me a night in the tavern that we might discuss them. This one's cleared of all suspicion and has my permission to remain in the capital. You are to trouble the good sir no further.
Pray forgive me, I'm in a bit of a hurry.
Consign it! Get back! You there! Did you see an urchin in a cap run past just now? Can you tell me which way he went? Thought you could hide, eh? Oi! Halt!
You can weather a harpy assault unaided. Shall we hasten to Sir Ricardo's rescue? Fret not, Master. I know precisely where this person can be found.
We're in your hands, sir. Much obliged.
Welcome to the Star Drop. We serve all manner of fine ales here. Shall I pour you a...
Oh, what does this say?
It couldn't hurt to take a peek.
Well met. You will soon forget the fatigue of a long journey when treated to the foremost hospitality in... all Vernworth. Much obliged. The solution eludes me, but I'm certain... Well met! You will soon forget the fatigue of a long journey when treated to the foremost...
Shall we get some rest then?
Well met, sir.
Night time already? I thought 'twas rather dark.
Shall we check our packs and be off?
Ready to forge on?
I've heard some interesting tidings about town.
Regarding the Vermundian military, yes.
'Twould seem the Queen Regent has made significant alterations to the chain of command.
Need anything? Many thanks.
Your Majesty, your timing is impeccable. I just thought to call for you. 'Tis not a matter for prying ears. Pray, let us speak out here.
Well met, sir. Fancy a gander? Fine wares all.
As I informed you when last we spoke, the palace is filled with the Queen Regent's sycophants. Should Disa denounce your Majesty as a false arisen, few would elect to doubt her. Yet if we are to prove your identity, I believe there is no occasion more suitable than the coronation. It was delayed so that the sovereign, that is, the false arisen, could convalesce in the palace, but the date has now been set. The central players in the court ought all be in attendance. It would be a fine opportunity to display your Majesty's power. None would be able to deny that you are the true arisen then. There is a problem, however. Entry to such an event is limited to the chosen few. Only select members of the nobility and citizens who have contributed greatly to Vermont's continued prosperity will be granted entry. If your majesty is to be counted among them, you will need to attend to a number of tasks. Pray, allow me to summarize them for you. Of all those who serve the Queen Regent, there is but one who I have no doubt will lend his support to your majesty's cause. I refer to Waldar, a magistrate. Many a time has Disa demanded Waldar amend the code of Vermont to her own benefit, and many a time has the magistrate refused her, for he is loyal to none but the spirit of the law. As a result, he now sits in a cell beneath the palace. Our laws dictate that your majesty is our rightful ruler. Thus, as the staunchest supporter of the law known to the palace, I'm quite confident that Waldor will be willing to vouch for your majesty. What say you? Might you be willing to aid me in arranging the magistrate's release? Very well. I would not think to press you on this matter. You will need to infiltrate the palace to gather evidence of Disa's misdeeds. I hesitate to ask something so dangerous of you. Yet I fear we have few other options. I have attempted to do the same through my own channels afore now, though I have yet to uncover so much as a whisper of a plot. Would that I could undertake the task myself, but my station prohibits me from reckless action. What say you, your majesty? Might I ask this task of you? I shall ensure that the door to the Queen Regent's office is open between midnight and dawn. Pray use that time to conduct your investigation.
Who was that young man, I wonder? He did not seem a criminal. I cannot imagine why that guard was chasing him.
Got to keep moving.
This ladder can take us to new heights.
Ah, excellent find.
Do you know how long you'll be?
You are the Arisen, yes? The captain gave me your description. Follow me!
You are not permitted to be here. Move along.
Suppose I best earn my keep.
Who's there? Pray, keep your voice low. 'Twouldn't be good for either of us if someone was summoned to come check on me. Could it be that you have come to bring Mother's schemes to light? I am Sven, the son of Queen Regent Disa. Mother has been acting rather strangely of late. I thought to investigate the matter whilst she was away. I gather 'tis the same for you. I can't imagine what else would have summoned you here. My word! You mean to say that you are the true Arisen? That the Sovereign currently residing in the palace is a pretender? Could Mother have had a hand in that as well?
Regent Kin Sven appears to be missing from his chambers. Have you seen him?
Me? No, sir.
Then start searching, you fool. Should aught befall the Regent Kin, 'tis us who'll answer to her grace.
Forgive me. My absence seems to have made this rather more difficult for us. You ought leave the palace at once. This room turned up little of interest, but I've a mind to look into this further. I shall send word to Captain Brandt if I discover aught you should know. I'll head out first and speak with the Sentinels. Use that opportunity to make good your escape. Forgive me.
Somehow my feet were my stomach's growling. Time for an early supper. I cannot afford another.
Good to see you, Master.
just grateful I get to lead a quiet life.
I could see myself having a kid.
Come rain or shine, I'll make the best of it.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim as a true Arisen. How fared your mission? Was there aught suspicious to be found in the Queen Regent's office? This scrap. 'Twas part of a letter, and from Batal no less. This alone can prove little, but 'tis clear that Deeza's schemes run deep. To think, Deeza's actions have weighed even on the mind of her own son. 'Tis a surprise, but a welcome one. Deeza is the doting mother before the Regent King. If Regent King Sven is willing to aid us by drawing Deeza's focus, we may be able to gain more useful information. You have done well, Your Majesty. Though I am limited in the aid I am able to offer, I bid you, take this.
What could the Queen Regent...
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen Your Majesty's claim as a true Arisen. The citizenry have called upon my soldiers to cull monsters that plague the land. I dare say, 'twould be a fine contribution were you to accomplish these tasks unaided. What say you? Might I ask for your cooperation in this matter? I thank you, Your Majesty. The first is Trevo Mine, to the northwest. Next is Half Village, west of Burnworth. I believe soldiers have already been dispatched to cull an infestation of saurians there. Finally, there is a call for someone to locate a group of soldiers tasked with delivering freight. They were last seen crossing the second bridge on the eastern edge of Vermont.
There is no shortage of beasts that need culling in this world. We have naught to fear if we default to the experience at our disposal. This journey will be a long one. What say we employ an ox cart and save our feet the blisters?
A most agreeable gesture. Of course, the Arisen shall have the final say in the matter. Trevo Mine is but a stone's throw from here. Pray, allow me to show you the way.
Do stop and have a look. I've wares of every ilk.
Metal today.
Is this a challenge, Arisen, to see who can keep pace?
Let us endeavor to keep up, though we are less fleet of foot.
Just yonder looks to be a good spot for harvesting ingredients.
No harm in picking a few.
Time to head to market, methinks.
Somehow my feet always carry me.
Spirit of a woman half my age.
A ladder, is it? How convenient. We ought to put it to good use.
Good evening, sir. I trust you fared all right? It's on the roads, despite the hour. Much obliged. The solution eludes me, but I'm certain there is one. Well met, sir.
That looks promising. Any ideas as to how we might reach it?
The sky is radiant this night. I feel at peace to gaze upon it.
Right you are.
Freshly rested as we are, this battle ought to be in our favor.
We must not let down our guard. Douse the flames before it is too late. What am I supposed to do about it? These fiends are only truly defeated when their skulls are smashed beyond repair. Dare I say it? We trounced our foe, well and true.
We mustn't allow ourselves to become complacent. Take each trial as it comes.
Success. Our foe hasn't even noticed what's being pilfered.
You have my protection! The fire must be put out! Terror hotly burns!
Come to think of it, some masters rearrange their party at the drop of a hat. One such arisen dismissed me after only half a day of service.
Each bearer must ask you to refrain from charging off. Teamwork is the crux of our strategy.
Don't be such a worry, Wart.
Was most effective.
Able to move this boulder with our combined might.
I say we give it a push and see what happens.
This looks like trouble.
Give me a moment to think.
Where do you think you're going, eh?
Over here! Yon path leads not to our destination. If you would prefer to explore. Now, what might that be?
Let us ponder how best to proceed. Should we hunt a few monsters to start the day off?
Come.
I felt certain I would find you here, Arisen. And it seems I was right.
We cannot break it from this side.
I understand.
Oh, look! There are rare materials yonder, just waiting to be harvested.
Well spotted. Shall we see what we can find?
Goblins! Leave it to me.
We're here, and none the worse for wear.
A cave. Shall we proceed into the depths?
Narrow passages may await us. Be on your guard.
It is easily done. If we mastered that attack, we would be invincible.
It is hard to find my footing in this darkness.
An exemplary performance.
Let us aim for greater precision with our next attempt.
The prison has been torched! Quick! Douse the flames! I knew you would prevail, Martin.
We can still afford to grow overconfident. Our foe is not yet routed.
Not bad.
I shall heal you at once. Halt, if you please.
Think I was standing here, eh?
That was a skillful bit of thieving. Do your vocation proud.
We found a chest. But I wouldn't get too excited if I were you. You won't always find what you hope for.
There's treasure within, I'm certain of it. But there's only one way to find out.
Come to think of it, we're all of differing vocations, aren't we?
One should think we'll be able to counter whatever comes our way.
We must each of us hone our skills. A jack of all trades is a master of none.
You'll like to grow overburdened if you keep picking up every little trinket you find. Our task is complete.
Master! Goblins!
I can scarcely see a thing in this murk.
Guys?
Arisen, to me. I shall heal you. Wait a moment.
Methinks we could move this boulder, if we work together.
Would anyone care to push? You're a welcome sight, Arisen. As ever, I'm yours to command. Let me get that.
Full glad am I to see the sky again.
Such dark depths take their toll on the spirit.
I suppose 'tis so.
I learned of a forgotten rift stone in this area during my time beyond the rift. I can take you to it, if you like. We really need for a campsite at present.
It's well to be prepared, but over-preparation. Not.
Fine place to harvest some ingredients.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here?
Now then, which way?
What are we tarrying for? Onward, I say! Over is to
no less in service to the Arisen.
Splendid.
The Arisen has been drenched.
One might confidently call that a resounding victory.
No doubt this triumph will spur us into the next. Even from this distance, yon statue cuts a striking figure against the horizon.
I can foresee no reason not to go see it up close.
This town must have needs. Might be one.
We're going this way now, I suppose. By your will.
The Arisen decides our path. We have but to follow.
Here, if you please.
Oh, you've come to a dangerous place. Scaly beasts make this their den. A small force ventured inside, though I've seen neither hide nor hair of them since. I'll not stop you if you wish to explore, but don't look for my aid if aught goes awry.
It's hard to find my footing in this darkness.
Fine. There's a haze over my eyes. Can anyone hear me? We need help. I don't want to fall here. Damn blizzard.
Run to draw my last. What's on it?
Notice aught being pilfered. Arisen, to me. I shall heal you. Wait a moment. I'll collect that. You needn't trouble yourself.
Where are the Saurians?
Have you come to save us? Forgive me. I cannot seem to walk of my own accord. Would you aid me in reaching the entrance?
That's that then.
Splendid.
Battle is best avoided here.
You went in there to save my fellow soldiers. Well now, I underestimated you, friend. You've done well this day. I thank you. We'll see to the rest of this mess. You...
Hold, sir. I'd rethink pressing onward if I were you. The village is crawling with Saurians. Forgive me. I didn't mean to startle you. You're the Arisen, are you? We were hoping to reclaim our village, but it doesn't seem we'll have much luck. We fled when the dragon attacked some days past. Easier said than done, clearly. In our absence, a bask of Saurians have made our homes their own. What are we to do? The guards not like to send soldiers all the way out here. But mayhap they needn't at all. Please, sir, do something, anything about the Saurians.
Bask of Saurians has made its nest within the village, but not for long. You have any say in the matter?
Careful now. My curative magic will act at disposal. Hold it, please.
Too fast for you!
A flawless execution.
And here we are, in the blink of an eye. Shall we take stock of our surroundings?
Peruse at your leisure.
I've little enough gold to spend this time.
Gotta be somewhere to make some good coffee.
'Tis a chest. I shall take a look inside.
Well met. You will soon forget the fatigue of a long journey when treated to the foremost hospitality in all Vern. Much obliged. I fear I've no wisdom to offer.
Could you come over here? This ladder can take us to new heights.
Ah, excellent find. Have we purchased all that we require? We ought to review the contents of our packs, just to be sure. An ox cart ought to make our journey easier.
One hopes these carts offer comfort commensurate to their costs.
In another world, I learned that a forgotten rift stone lies nearby. Shall I escort you there, Master?
Walls draw near!
No sense letting the enemy gain the upper hand. An early griffin gets the worm, as they say. Useful ingredients to be gathered here, I'll wager.
No harm in picking a few.
You're soaked. Do try not to catch cold.
Well done.
I did not know I could feel so alive.
The day grows darker with our every step.
We shall have to rely on our other senses, as the darkness robs us of our sight.
This seems a decent spot for a campsite.
The road turns perilous after nightfall. It would behoove us to rest here till the morning comes.
Was excellent! I could have done no better.
I can do no less in service to the Arisen. As you said.
That is a skillful little feat. Do your vocation proud. I shan't let them
novel idea. I've never seen my own master attempt such a feat.
It's not what I expected.
We have found a material.
Different combinations of materials result in different creations.
How are we to get through this door?
Let us see what you're made of.
Protect the shipment! Steel yourself! Cut the fiends down! Don't let them touch the shipment!
Lee, how did this happen? We must defend the cargo!
I'll be needing a tall lug of nails to recover from that blow.
That's what I'm talking about!
It's done.
I expect Captain Brandt will want to hear of this. Follow. Me, Master, a few words? I'll bring you to the one you seek.
I thank you for coming to our aid. And what luck! Nary a scratch on the wares to show for it.
Follow me. Skeletons, Master!
Master, my heart knows no greater peace than when I am by your side.
Isn't worthless, but that's as much as I can say for it.
'Tis a dismal feeling to be disappointed so utterly.
I learned of a forgotten rift stone in this area during my time beyond the rift. I can take you to it, if you like. I overheard some of the soldiers standing guard outside the palace, discussing a curious rumor.
Oh, did it pertain to the Queen Regent and an important personage, perchance?
Indeed. Some suppose there is more to her relationship with this Batali dignitary than is publicly known. There's a ladder here.
After you, Arisen.
Here, if you please.
So we
Greetings, Your Majesty. You will want to hear this. 'Tis information of great import. 'Tis not a matter for prying ears. There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen Your Majesty's claim as a true Arisen. You've done a fine job culling those monsters, Your Majesty. 'Tis common knowledge among the people that 'twas you who delivered them from danger. The number of those who seek out this tavern in the hope of an audience with the Arisen grows by the day. Should you continue to display such valor, the day will soon come when Disa can no longer deny your presence, and ere it slips my mind. Pray, take this. 'Tis a symbol of my own gratitude. There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen Your Majesty's claim as a true Arisen. while examining the palace ledger for evidence of the Queen Regent's misdeeds for some time now. What's more, this cannot be mere happen, yet 'tis strange. For sweet crown flowers only grow on the eastern edge of Vermont. I dare say 'twas not an item chosen idly. Mayhap this knowledge will guide us in our pursuit of the false sovereign. 'Tis a frail hope to be certain. Yet all the same, I would ask that your majesty venture to Vermont's eastern edge and probe into this young man's origins. Very well, if that is your however, do not forget that exposing
Could you come over here?
there is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your majesty's. For some time now, 'twas said that the false sovereign was recovering from his battle wounds. But as I hear it, he is now well enough to walk unaided. And so, in honor of his supposed valor, they have been holding masquerade in the palace of late. The false sovereign's identity is still beyond our ken. Even the matter of from where he hails remains a mystery. But mayhap approaching the false sovereign at one of these gatherings could afford you a glimpse into the man behind the mask. What say you, your majesty? Might I ask this task of you? My thanks. Some of the sentries posted at the masquerades are under my command. I shall have them ease security. So pray, slip into the venue through whatever opening presents itself. Once your infiltration is successful, you will need only don a mask and act the part of an invitee. Few will think to be wary if they believe you a fellow masquerader. Here, this should suffice to help you blend in. Take care, your majesty. Ah, there is one other thing. Masquerades being as they are, you will require suitable raiment. Much is made of appearances at such gatherings, and 'twould be wisest to dress the part when joining the other revelers.
Right, just follow me.
Why, you there. Your presence is requested at the tavern this evening. Who's the one requesting? I didn't ask. 'Tis none of my concern.
This might be worth a read.
A thorough perusal. Might reveal aught of interest. Mayhap you'll learn aught of this scoundrel who would claim your title if you attend a palace masquerade. We're off to Vernworth Palace then. We pawns are barred from entering the palace, but nothing shall keep me from escorting you to the gates.
You have our gratitude. Lead the way.
Good evening, sir. I trust you fared all right on the roads, despite the hour? Much obliged.
Please listen to offer. I say. Go on, have a look. Since my feet.
Ingredients are plentiful hereabouts.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here?
Up at dawn.
Here at last. Look, Master, a treasure chest. We shall have to find a way to reach it.
Anywhere's better than the middle of a crowd.
Have no fear, Master. I'll fare all right without you for a little while.
'Tis not our place to hurry the Arisen.
I regret to inform you that there is no masquerade scheduled for today.
Can't wait for the new equipment to come. My sword arm could use some work. Would that all my days were so tranquil. Common rhyming, fine.
Sometimes I wonder if I'm cut
Got to keep moving. Yes.
I should very much like to rejoin you, Master.
What's this? Come to admire. Oh, if only my. Alas, the scant would wound. If your curiosity, the man's home is located.
Shall we seek some answers?
Might you consider lightening your pack, Master?
Let's see. What can we do without?
This ladder looks sturdy enough to climb.
Ah, excellent find.
Good evening, sir. I trust you fared all...
Oh, how I've longed to embrace... A good sleep does wonders.
Come. We've much to be getting on with.
Feeling rested, I trust?
A welcome respite from all that hustle and...
Do you know how long you'll be? I only asked so that I might adopt the most effective stance to recuperate my strength.
Such quietude.
I've a niggling feeling I've forgotten something.
I only pray my stay out without it, were it possible.
Sometimes I wonder if I'm cut out for this work.
force goes awry.
This place is very dreary.
Breadth of knowledge is no less impressive
I hardly know what to do with places.
My legs are red. I will see to it that the law is upheld. I'd sooner stay out of the back where it's possible.
None of my acquaintances don such shoddy raiment.
My sword arm. See how far my talents can take me.
I'd sooner stay out in a back troll where it's possible. I'd sooner stay out of the back.
What is life without a little spice?
Would that all my days were so dull days for us are assigned to constant.
Leery-eyed all round. We've a long night ahead.
I'm just grateful. Always a fresh. I've been on my feet all day. I mean, my legs are
This place always puts me at ease. Could have sworn I ought to
I take pride in my kind, and rightly so.
Well, what to do with myself today?
always set.
The sky always puts me in a contemplative mood.
I ought to find someone to buy me.
This place always puts me at ease.
I've an
Everyone's busy with their own affairs, I see.
So this is where you were, Master. I searched high and low for you.
Do take care not to stray so far next time.
My sword arm could use some work. Such quiet is a blessing.
would that all my days were so tranquil. Got to focus. My head will roll if aught goes awry. How dare you! Finishes without incident. My sword arm could use some work. I only pray my watch finishes without incident.
I'm about ready to fall asleep.
Such quiet, no trouble.
It's good to be reunited.
We've arrived, I see. That's a relief.
Fine place to harvest some ingredients.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here? Mayhap this ladder is here for a reason.
Perhaps new discoveries await us above.
Peruse at your leisure. Well met. You will soon forget the fatigue of a long journey when treated to the...
We must rest, though the sun... It appears night has fallen while we slept.
Shall we check our packs and be off?
I hope you slept well.
I overheard some of the soldiers standing guard outside the palace discussing it. We shall remain here.
You're far from your station, are you not?
I was bored out my Skull Garden Palace.
Well now, you're...
What is it? Has something happened?
We have it on good authority that a suspicious individual passed through here.
We need to scour the area. Well, scour
In here.
Open up!
You're dressed rather austerely for a patron.
My humblest apologies, Lady Wilhelmina. We've had reports of an unseemly character in the vicinity, you see, and...
Preposterous. I was out front till but a moment ago, and I did not see so much as a shadow.
Be that as it may.
You are excused. Leave this place, ere you invite our noble host's wrath upon yourself. I will summon you if aught is amiss.
Pray forgive the intrusion.
And what business have you here? In the nobles' playgrounds? Hmm? You've the face of someone in search of a juicy morsel. Would you be looking for this, perchance?
Come on, then. Keep pouring. Do you take me for some green lad who can't handle his cups? I'm your damned king, and a king deserves royal treatment.
Of course, Your Majesty. Tell us, Your Majesty, would you prefer more drink, or shall we find some other way to amuse ourselves?
Aye. Let's change things up.
I believe I cautioned you to keep your drunken revelry in check. Lest you forget, these celebrations of your valor are but a pretense for more serious matters.
I know. I do. It's just I get the poison in me and things happen is all.
You need only serve as our false king until Sven becomes consul. Till then, however, you would do well to remember that your role demands a certain degree of dignity. I trust you understand your position, Your Majesty.
Nay, I mean I. As you say, I'll go and sober up.
Why not remove yours as well? This is not the masquerade hall, and we now find ourselves quite alone. What say we dispense with such pretenses and speak openly with one another, Lord Phasus?
That will do. If you're discovered, yours won't be the only head that rolls. What is your purpose here, I wonder? If you came to learn of the Sovereign, then 'tis as you have seen. The man is naught but a ale-swilling pretender propped up by the Queen Regent. Of course, that begs the question. If he's a mere mummer, then where might our true Arisen be? You'd best go. I'll do what I can to help you make your escape. As you can see, I run an establishment that caters to certain pleasures. You're welcome to come and play anytime. If you escape with your life, that is.
Feels eerie without a doubt.
Fine.
My apologies for the wait. We grew further apart than I'd anticipated.
Our party is reunited. Surely we can ask for no more than that. You'll never reach our destination if you continue in that direction, Master. But I suppose I can guide us there later.
There will be other opportunities to lead. For now, let us follow.
Good evening, sir. I trust you fared all right on the roads, despite the hour. You know where to find me. The solution eludes me, but I'm certain there is one.
Could you come over here?
Oh, what does this say?
It couldn't hurt to take a peek.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's... Well, well. He is merely Disa's puppet then. 'Tis likely that he knows naught of her schemes, even were he to be removed. I suspect some other would simply be made to take his place. But if there's aught that compels my attention, 'tis this other man you mention. Phasus, was it? He seems a man of import, and yet I have never heard of him. Pray, allow me to investigate this matter further. You've done well, Your Majesty. There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen Your Majesty's claim as a true Arisen. I bear word from Regent Ken Sven, Your Majesty. He espied the delivery of a suspicious package to a man named Allard, a minister who happens to be one of the Queen Regent's staunchest and most powerful allies in the palace. From the pains he took to remain on scene, 'tis plain that Allard wished this delivery kept away from prying eyes. That alone is reason to suspect a connection to Disa's scheme. The Regent Kin intends to call Allard to his chambers come nightfall. He bids you to use this opportunity to search the minister's chambers and see if there's aught to be learned. What say you, Your Majesty? Are you willing to undertake this task? I shall ensure that the door to the minister's chambers is open between midnight and dawn.
This task is our responsibility. We must strive to see it fulfilled.
We're off to Vernworth Palace, then. We're off to Vernworth Palace, then.
Let us make for the palace, that you might investigate Minister Allard's chambers. We pawns are barred from entering the palace, but nothing...
Hail, friend! Have you a spare moment? I've an eye for people, and I'm in a bit of a quandary, you see. Fear not. I only ask... I'd be much obliged. Sound appealing? Clean and tidy. What else needs doing?
Suppose I ought to move on.
Would that all my days were so tranquil.
Good. We're here.
We shall wait here.
You are the Arisen, yes? The captain gave me your description. Follow me!
I'd sooner stay out of battle, were it possible.
Better here than on the battlefield, I suppose. Silence cultivates wisdom.
uncomfortable.
Naught to look forward to, but a long day of work.
Tis best you move along. Should one of the other guards spy you?
Have you heard the news? The new recruits are to be sent out to Melv. Melv, I say. I'm not sure who gave the orders. It's beyond my care.
I wish the minister would be more careful. He takes
Thieves wander around the palace, eh?
I'm not trained for this.
I fancy a kill. But not at the expense of my duty.
I wish the minister would be more careful. He takes the sentinel posted outside his chambers with him everywhere. There are times when no one's standing watch there at all.
Business would be so pressing that I must be summoned at this late hour.
I would not presume to know, my lord. However, it must be a highly sensitive matter for the regent kin to request a private audience.
Oh, perhaps the boy has finally grown wise to the benefits my favor can bring. He might just be his mother's puppet, but at least he knows what's good for him.
My lord, if someone were to overhear...
Oh, unwring your hands, you fool! As if anyone in this palace would dare say a word against me. Now, if Wilhelmina calls, tell her to await me in my chambers. I will return presently.
surely none more important than this. I speak of the ascension of the Sovereign.
Indeed. But that, Your Grace, would be better discussed in the presence of your mother.
Well, well. We meet again. Is this stealthy business becoming a habit of yours?
Oi! Who goes there? Who's there?
Tut, tut. Now, this just won't do. How's a lady supposed to work with all these interruptions?
Oh, 'tis you, Lady Wilhelmina.
Mm-hmm. Do excuse us. We thought to enjoy a little fresh air. Though we had hoped for slightly more privacy, if you catch my meaning.
Apologies, milady. But might I ask the name of your companion?
Are you sure it would be wise? Such knowledge has been known to cost a man his head.
Understood, milady. If anyone asks, I shall say I saw naught.
A narrow escape. You should count yourself lucky that he was so easily flustered. I don't appreciate having my motives questioned. I did as I saw fit. Need I say more? Something tells me this shan't be the last I see of you. Perhaps you'll be good enough to repay me when next we meet.
Forgive me for last night's scuffle.
I've got to prove money can buy nothing.
Surely I'm overdue a day off.
You can ne'er be sure. Can't make a living if I get myself injured.
It seems you've made a discovery regarding the false sovereign.
I assume you haven't forgotten the delivery we were to make here, Arisen?
We need only pass our burden into the hands that await it.
There's no great shock to me. Now we must report to Captain Brandt. That's the way of things, is it not? Ah, yes. I know just where to find this person. Follow me.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim as a true Arisen. I know this sigil well. 'Tis the crest of the neighboring country of Batal, a land with which Vermin has no official dealings at present. Let me see. It reads, "True to our word, we offer you the power of the Godsway. Pray make haste in securing Melv, that all might be made ready ere our plans are set in motion." A meager clue, to be certain. Though, 'tis clear that the Queen Regent conspires with Batal. Though the political situation is stable at present, much blood has been spilled between Vermund and its neighbor in the past. I fear such a partnership would only portend the drawing of more. At any rate, 'twould seem our search has led us to only more questions. Chief among them, what is meant by securing Melv and this Godsway? I will investigate these matters as best I can. In the interim, Your Majesty, Should you have time to spare, might you make for Melv? Only once we have gleaned a fragment of the Queen Regent's plot can we begin to thwart it. And ere it slips my mind, pray, take this.
Phasus. Now there's a name to remember.
Follow me then, unless you doubt my sense of direction.
I overheard some of the soldiers standing guard outside the palace discussing a curious rumor.
Regarding the Queen Regent and an important personage, you mean?
Aye. Tellys, her ties to this figure from the neighbouring country have a romantic tint.
Would that all my days be so tranquil. Silence.
Ingredients are plentiful hereabouts.
Shall we see if there's aught?
We shall wait here till your business is done. Look, Master, a treasure chest. We shall have to find a way to reach it.
Wonder if anyone else shares my sorrows.
To keep my arms strong and my mind sharp.
What's going on?
The sky always puts me in a contemplative mood.
Oh, how lovely. I can remember this place.
I'm not sure what to do with myself today. This place is very... This isn't much to go on.
It's on me to bear what younger.
What is life without a little spice? Been a while since I heard a good story.
Am I shedding? Must be my winter coat growing in.
It's quiet about. Wonder how everyone else gets it through the day.
Work done graciously. Work done
do? Would that I had a helping hand. It's on me to bear what younger.
A place to soothe the spirit.
I ought to attend to.
We need more customers. We need presents. I'm dead tired of tales.
Well, everyone else gets it. Where to now?
I'm just grateful I get to lead a quiet life.
Drawing rubbish of the sky always puts me in a contemplative mood. The sky always puts me in a contemplative mood.
This place is very dreary.
Once the day's work is done,
Some call it cultured. I call it dull.
Could have sworn I ought to attend.
It's quiet as a milk.
Mayhap I'll go on an adventure of my own.
Fine spot to take my mind off my
Caroline such
The mark, or it slips my mind.
This is where I claim when life gets overwhelming. I could use a bit of excitement in my life.
I'm just grateful I get to lead a quiet life.
Dear me.
Always sets me to think. This place.
My whiskers are looking a tad crooked.
There's no shame.
No shame in living life for
No
its
one
own
has hurt me here.
You know, many of our patrons wish to take me for themselves. Yet there is something different about you. How curious. I lived a simpler life once, but one man changed all that. 'Tis no simple matter for a woman to make it this far on her lonesome. Yet after all this time, here I am. Here I am. Tis no simple matter for a woman to make it this far on her lonesome. Yet after all this time, here I am. Here I am. Tis no simple matter for a woman. Here I am.
Delightful breeze. A place to soothe the sweeping me off my feet. Make haste. I'll have this all night.
Always sets me to think. This place.
I have been waiting for you, Arisen.
I'd sooner stay out on the back.
This ladder looks sturdy enough to climb.
We ought to put it to good use.
I'm just grateful I get to lead a quiet life.
If you see aught untoward, pray and for.
Well met, sir. Weary at this hour, sir? You must have quite a tale to tell.
Shall we get some rest then? Good morrow, everyone.
Off we go then.
Feeling rested, I trust?
Wait for the new equipment to come in.
Might you consider lightening your pack, Master?
If you've anything edible, I'll gladly lessen your burden. Do you know how long you'll be? I only ask so that I might adopt the most effective stance to recuperate my strength.
It is not our place to hurry the Arisen. Seems my humming would be unwelcome.
'Tis no simple matter for a woman to make. Here I... Tis no simple matter. Here I am. Tis no simple. Here I am.
Could use a bit of excitement in my life.
One last. All I need will be done today.
What's going on?
Now there's a worthy prize, if only 'tweren't so far away.
Just about anywhere.
Ox carts make for relatively safer travel.
Walking everywhere is certainly tiring.
Well met. You will soon forget the fatigue of a long journey when treated to the foremost hospitality.
We must rest.
Our adventure continues.
Come, we've much to be getting on with.
Feeling rested, I trust?
Well met. You will soon forget the fatigue of a long journey when
A good sleep will ensure we are prepared.
We might scratch another task off our list while we're here, if we are so inclined.
We shall have to decide which is the most pressing. We cannot do everything at once.
Peruse at your leisure.
I don't sense thinking too far ahead anyhow.
Well met. You are come. You will soon forget the fatigue of a long journey.
We must rest, though the sun is still up. This might be worth a read.
A thorough perusal might reveal aught of interest.
Peruse at... Well met. You will soon forget the fatigue of a long journey.
Getting proper rest is an important...
I feel refreshed and ready for a new day.
Off we go then.
A new day, a new perspective.
Well met. You will soon forget the fatigue of a long journey.
A good sleep will ensure we are prepared.
Might you spare a moment?
Boots laced, field strapped. I'm ready for patrol.
Peruse at your leisure. This place is awful dull. Can't complain, mate. Well met. You will soon forget the fatigue of a long journey.
Shall we get some rest then?
Well met, sir. Well met. You will soon forget the fatigue of a long journey.
A good sleep will ensure we are prepared.
Peruse at your leisure. Well met. You will soon forget the fatigue of a long journey.
You shan't hear me complain about...
No fear, master.
I'll fare all right without you for a little while.
Mayhap I'll go on an adventure of my own. Sky always puts me in a contemplative mood.
Nice place to sit and watch the world go by.
My sincerest apologies. Lady Wilhelmina is attending to a patron at present. My sincerest apologies. Lady Wilhelmina is attending to a patron at present.
What is life without a little spice?
No sense dwelling on what others think.
Ought to set my nose to the ground.
A lonely place. But
What's the saying?
not without its charms.
Could earn a decent wage if I find myself a patron.
Work done graciously is work done poorly.
A place to soothe the spirit. The sky always puts me in a contemplative mood.
Have you given the matter some more thought, Wilhelmina? I would have no other as my personal courtesan. I want you all to myself. When I imagine you in the arms of another, my heart feels apt to rend itself from my breast.
Allard, pray forgive me, but I think 'twould be best for you to leave. We can discuss this matter another time.
But why? We've only just...
I am attending to a burden that all women must bear. I trust I need not elaborate further. I did not take you for the voyeuristic type. Why don't you come in? You have my thanks. Had I not noticed your presence, I might have slain him there and then. 'Tis no jest. You see, everything I've done these past few years has been leading up to this. I am here to kill him. But I cannot simply end his life. Oh no. I must first expose his misdeeds. Only then will I allow myself to grant him the miserable end he deserves. Or so I'd sworn. But I've yet to find a single shred of evidence. Perhaps the time has come to surrender this crusade. You would lend me your aid. But I've done nary a thing to earn it, and recall that I've devoted years of my life to his pursuit, with naught to show for my troubles. If the proof I seek yet exists, 'twill not be so easily uncovered. I suppose there is truly naught I can do. Save deliver him a gruesome demise for all to behold, that is. Still, if you insist upon searching for evidence of his crimes, "3 days. I will give you 3 days to find what you seek. I shall wait patiently."
bet this place has its share of secrets.
From me to bear what young children know one about.
We better use the pot on
Minister Allard is a noble, yes? Do we know of anyone privy to the goings-on in the palace?
A difficult choice, indeed.
Could you come over here? Do you know how long you'll be? I only asked so that I might... adopt the most effective stance to recuperate my strength.
Naught to look forward to, but a long day of work.
You wish to expose Allard's misdeeds. I know not whether I can assist you in this, friend. Ah, but of course, Patrick may know aught that could aid you. Go to his manor come nightfall. If you say you are in my employ, you should be allowed entry with no issue.
I'm just grateful I get to lead a quiet life.
done about this?
I'm just grateful I get to lead a quiet life.
There's a ladder here.
Perhaps new discoveries await us above.
Well met. You will soon forget the fatigue of a long journey when treated to the foremost hospitality in all.
I have no issue falling asleep, even at this.
Open your eyes, everyone. 'Tis dark out, but our day begins.
Step lively. Journey by starlight shall make for a nice change of pace.
Ready to forge on?
Well met, son. How might I be of service?
Letting down your hair now and then.
This really is fine, craftsmanship.
Need anything?
Look, Master. A treasure chest. We shall have to find a way to reach it.
Allard, long have I borne witness to the man's arrogance, and long has it infuriated me. I visited his manor once. I recall that he was rather particular about the placement of his paintings. Mayhap he's concealed aught behind one. 'Tis just the sort of thing one would expect from a man who places so much stock in appearances. Shall I summon him here? You could make use of his absence to steal into his manor and inspect his art collection. Excellent. I will send word to him presently of some urgent matter that requires his intervention. Once you've seen him depart his manor, make your way inside and stay alert. We may not get a second chance at this.
Let me get that.
Very well. I shall await further orders.
There's comfort in the humdrum of daily life.
Wonder if anyone else shares my sorrows.
What are you doing? We've not been given leave to rest yet.
I'm well aware of that, thank you.
A fine spot to take my mind off my troubles.
Sometimes I wonder if I'd be better off a hermit. spent as 'tis.
A fine place to sit and gather one's thoughts.
Wonder how everyone else makes it.
What am I doing with myself?
Mindless labor is
I'm in no hurry to leave.
Wonder if anyone else shares my sorrows.
My list of duties grows ere longer.
There's comfort in the humdrum of daily life.
Wonder if anyone else shares my sorrows.
Perhaps I'll have a nap. Spend the noon in dreams.
A welcome respite from all that hustle and bustle.
Sometimes I wonder if I'd be better off a hermit. Nice place this. I'm in no hurry to leave.
Wonder if anyone else shares my sorrows.
A welcome respite from all that hustle and bustle.
A lonely place, but not without its charms. Off to market I go.
We have found a material.
Different combinations of materials result in different creations.
Silence cultivates wisdom.
Market I go.
No one will serve me.
Master, my heart knows no greater peace than when I am by your side.
We might make use of this as evidence.
Nice place there. I'm in no hurry to leave.
Is this a challenge arisen to see who can keep pace?
Let us endeavour to keep up, though we are less fleet of foot.
Have no fear, master.
I'll fare all right without you for a little while.
'Tis not our place to hurry the arisen.
It ought to be said for peace
There's no shame in living life.
always sets me to think.
So, you've returned. I confess, I thought you might not. I was ready to settle things myself. Well, did you find what you were looking for? Thank you. I can't believe you found this. All that remains is to end that man's life with my own hands. I've no other tasks for you. This partnership of ours has come to a close. Unless you intend to see this through till the end. You're a curious one, aren't you? But what's just as curious is that I can't bring myself to refuse you. All right, if you're offering your aid, then I'll gladly accept it. Come with me. Allard is in the room to the left. Go in and restrain him for me, would you? Never mind the mask. Consider it a charm of sorts.
The sky always puts me in a contemplative mood.
This place always puts me at ease.
I bet this place has its shivers.
Some call it cultured, I call it dull.
It's on me to bear what young.
This place is very dreary.
At last. It feels like an age has passed since... What is this? Who are you?
Don't let him escape.
I do not waste my time on the laity.
I don't want to die.
Get your hands off me, you fiend! Don't you know who I am? Oh, you hang for this impudence!
Oh, Allard. I've always wanted to see you like this.
That voice... Wilhelmina! But why? Why would you...
Do you still fail to recall? Even with this mask staring you in the face. But I suppose for a man such as you, a little murder here or there is hardly worth remembering.
What mockery is this?
In your youth, you slew 2 individuals. The merchant whom you served, and his wife. They had a child, as I am sure you are aware. A newborn babe who was spirited away by her loyal wet nurse.
You mean to tell me you were their child? But how can this be? Your mother, she was a beastren. Surely her child would be one as well.
A fair assumption. But for better or worse, I didn't take after my mother. Save for in one respect. This is for my mother. And this is for my father. The time has come for all your sins to come to light, Allard.
Mr. Allard, has something happened?
How nice we've been noticed. I suppose a scream that hideous was bound to attract some attention. We can't leave the way we came in. Fortunately, there's a window here.
You have done what you set out to do, I trust. Then come, Master. Let us quit this place.
I think 'twould be best for us to make our escape separately. Should we both make it out of this unfettered, let us meet at the Myrmecolion on the morrow. Till then, be well.
Wait here. I'll rush the enemy to give you an opening.
Charging in with reckless abandon is more likely to end in your injury than that of our foes.
Take that!
Steel yourself, and we shall not kill you.
What are you trying to piss me off?
Mayhap this ladder is here for a reason.
After you, Arisen?
What brings you here?
At your leisure. Good evening, sir. I trust you fared all right on the roads, despite the hour. Much obliged. The solution. Eludes me. But I'm... Good evening, sir. I trust you fared...
Shall we get some rest, then?
Our adventure continues.
Come, we've much to be getting on with.
Feeling rested, I trust?
Sometimes this is the only place I can find
Do you know how long you'll be? I only asked so that I might adopt the most effective stance to recuperate my strength.
It is not our place to hurry the Arisen.
This place is very dreary. Crowns and politics are no concern of mine.
I'm just grateful I get to lead a quiet life.
Thank you. I finally achieved my purpose here, and I owe it all to you. 'Twould seem the residents of the palace have chosen to treat Allard's untimely passing as an accident. I imagine they deemed it safer not to make a fuss of the incident after perusing the evidence you uncovered for me. Shrewd as a den of foxes. I'll give them that. I truly cannot thank you enough. But I want to try. Just this once, I'll give you something special. I'll grant unto you the sweetest of dreams. I know not what I would do without you. You have my thanks, but 'tis time to say farewell for now. Just know that my bordlery will e'er be your haven, should you have need of it.
remember that individual rather well. Fret not, Master. I know precisely where this person can be found.
Good day, sir. What might you be looking for?
There's a number on my shoulders. Interested in my wares?
At your leisure. I find... Well met! You are come to Shakir's Inn, a place of respite for the weary traveller. You will soon forget the fatigue of a long journey when treated to the foremost hospitality in all Vernworth.
We must rest, though the sun is still up. It appears night has fallen while we slept.
Shall we check our packs and be off?
Shall we get underway?
Fancy a look at my wares? This really is fun.
Lots to do. There's no easy thing, making a living as a soldier.
You've come. Glad to see you, friend. So, what say you? Would you... That's a right shame.
It's on all sides.
It gladdens the heart to see so many smiles about.
We're going this way now, I suppose. By your will.
There will be other opportunities to lead. For now, let us follow.
This ladder looks sturdy enough to climb.
We ought to put it to good use.
As a reward for your Majesty's efforts, you have been invited to attend the coronation. 'Twould seem congratulations are in order. You will, of course, require raiment befitting of the occasion. I would ask that your Majesty return once you've procured such attire. There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim as a true arisen. Aught shall change once we have attended the coronation. If your Majesty has any unfinished business to attend to, 'tis best you do so afore we depart. Very well. The coronation is to take place on the morrow. We shall depart early in the morn, so your Majesty would do well to get a good night's rest.
Master! Pray leave this place. My body, it refuses to obey me. There is a voice within my mind. It commands me.
sways my very will.
Sways your will? Could it be that the gods sway? We must quit this place, Your Majesty. I fear our plans may fall to naught. Let us return to the tavern. We've been had. The false sovereign commanded the pawns at the coronation, proving his own power has arisen. According to Regent King Sven, the pretender was wearing some sort of lavish necklace at the time. I imagine this artifact is the Godsway mentioned in that letter. Perchance 'tis a tool that grants power akin to that of the true arisen. 'Twould do much to explain the events that we have beheld afore now. Alas, unless we find some way to unmake this Godsway's power, proving your Majesty's legitimacy shall be difficult indeed. Pray, allow me time to search for a way forward. I shall inform your Majesty when I have prepared a plan of action.
Never could I have imagined such a... An outcome? What manner of artifact is this Godsway? I suppose 'tis...
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim as a true arisen. I have been pursuing all of the channels available to me, but I am afraid I have yet to uncover any new information pertaining to the false sovereign. Would your Majesty be willing to venture to Vermont's eastern edge to probe into the young man's origins? I am glad to hear it.